How's it guys, Craig here with another video, and today we are talking about the Kalashnikov returning to Destiny Rise of Iron. Now this was announced the other day by Bungie's exclusive interviews via Game Informer. So I just wanted to speak about this for a little bit and try and get into the mindset as to why Bungie are re-releasing the first weapon of the game. First of all, I did think it was a little bit odd. However, when I went back and looked at some of the weapons I've kept previously, I still have my original Galahorn, I still have my original Icebreaker, I still have my original Vex. So I think from the interview they've said that they have a feeling that players still have kept their first weapon in the game. It's in their vault or stashed away somewhere, and they feel that players love it, and I do agree with them to a certain extent. My problem is I think I've kept, as I said, all of these weapons, year one weapons that I loved and used a lot. For me, the Kalashnikov was a weapon that I used over 2 or 3 missions probably, and I think it's long since been dismantled, which is a pain in the ass because it does make getting the new exotic version slightly harder. So if you still have your Kalashnikov, what you're going to need to do is, when the Rise of Iron comes out, dismantle it. The game will give you a weapon part. You will need to take that weapon part to one of the new vendors, which will give you a quest. Now that quest, eventually over the course of time, will give you a new mission, which will take you back to various places where you've been in year one. So probably some of the older missions, the older places in the Cosmodrome which you wouldn't necessarily access on patrol. It's going to take you back to some of these areas, which is quite a nice touch. It's something revisiting some older places. It's also, if you look at it cynically, we're using some old mission maps so they don't have to make some new ones, but at the same token, this is just a DLC, and I'm sure they put a lot of effort into the main story of Rise of Iron. Now, if you don't have your Kalashnikov, it's not a drama. What you're going to need to do is, when you're exploring the Plague Lands, you will find the weapon in random hidden chests, or alternatively, the weapon parts can be found in the Archon's Forge Battle Arena. Whatever that turns out to be, I'm guessing it'll be similar to the core of Oryx. Now, once again, once you have the part, you take it to the vendor, and it will start a quest off which will take you back to some of the early mission spaces with a new perspective. I believe it's going to be from the perspective of the Ghost. So yeah, it could introduce some quite interesting story elements, but once again, they are recycling mission places which have been used before. But still, having an exotic Kalashnikov will be good. It will be a gun which I'm not sure how much it's going to get used, but people will want it, including myself, for the nostalgic value. If they did a next generation version of the Vex, I would do anything to get it, because it was just one of the guns that I loved and used throughout year one. Now, by all accounts, the weapon does look the same as it did before. They've added a longer barrel, and they've changed the paint on it a little bit. Other than that, it's basically the same weapon, but it's just an exotic, and it's obviously much more powerful. The light level will be up to whatever the light level is going to be. That hasn't been confirmed really yet. But yeah, this is a gun, as I said, that everyone's going to be wanting, and I will be getting it as soon as I possibly can. Not so much to use, but for the nostalgic point of view. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. There will be more Rise of Iron videos coming as and when more news gets released, and I shall see you in the next one. Please do like and sub if you find this video useful. As I said, there's going to be more walkthroughs coming up, especially when Rise of Iron starts. So I shall see you in the next video. Have a good evening. I've been Keifski, weapons free.